Tilikum, also known as Tili, was a killer whale, orca, that became one of the most famous and controversial figures in the debate over captive marine mammals. Born in the waters of Iceland around 1981, Tilikum was captured in 1983 at about 2 years old and subsequently held in captivity for over 33 years, primarily at SeaWorld Orlando. His life sheds light on the complex ethical and practical issues surrounding marine animal captivity. Tilikum's story in captivity began at Sealand of the Pacific in Canada. It was here that he first showed signs of the psychological stress often associated with captive orcas. In 1991, a tragic incident occurred when a trainer slipped into the pool containing Tilikum and 2 other orcas. The orcas submerged her repeatedly until she drowned. Following this incident, Sealand decided to close its orca shows, and Tilikum was sold to SeaWorld Orlando in 1992. At SeaWorld, Tilikum became a well-known performer and was notable for his large size, measuring about 22.5 feet long and weighing around 12,500 pounds, making him the largest orca in captivity. However, his life took a dramatic and darker turn with 2 more incidents. In 1999, a man trespassed into SeaWorld after hours and was found dead over Tilikum's back the next morning. The circumstances of the man's death were unclear, but it was evident he had been mauled. The most publicized incident occurred in 2010 when Don Brancho, an experienced SeaWorld trainer, was killed by Tilikum during a live performance. The orca pulled her into the water by her arm and then inflicted fatal injuries. This incident received widespread media attention and sparked a major public outcry against the captivity of killer whales. It led to significant changes in how SeaWorld handled orcas, including ending their breeding program and live performances involving trainers in the water with the orcas. The 2013 documentary, Blackfish, further heightened public scrutiny and debate. The film criticized the ethics of orca captivity, highlighted Tilikum's life, and his involvement in 3 deaths, suggesting that the psychological stress and aggression were a direct result of the unnatural living conditions and treatment in marine parks. Despite the controversies, Tilikum remained at SeaWorld until his death in January 2017, from what was believed to be a combination of a persistent bacterial lung infection and age-related health issues. His life has had a lasting impact on public perceptions of marine wildlife captivity, prompting shifts in policy at SeaWorld and similar venues worldwide. His story remains a poignant example of the dilemmas faced in the captivity of intelligent, social animals and has led to ongoing discussions and legislation about the welfare and rights of marine animals.
Repeated involvement in human deaths. Tilikum was involved in 3 separate human deaths during his time in captivity, an exceptionally rare and troubling record for any captive animal. Capture and captivity. Tilikum was captured at a very young age and spent over 33 years in captivity, a significant portion of which involved performing in shows. The psychological and physical impact of long-term captivity on such a large and intelligent marine mammal has been a major point of controversy. Trespasser incident. In 1999, a man trespassed into SeaWorld and was later found dead over Tilikum's back. The circumstances of this incident are both bizarre and tragic, highlighting the potential dangers of unauthorized interactions with captive predators. Role in SeaWorld's policy changes. The public outcry and media scrutiny following the death of trainer Don Brancho in 2010 directly contributed to SeaWorld's decision to end its orca breeding program and change its approach to orca shows. Tilikum's actions indirectly led to significant corporate and policy changes. Subject of Blackfish documentary. The 2013 documentary, Blackfish, focused heavily on Tilikum's life, catalyzing a public debate about marine mammal captivity that reached global audiences. The impact of a documentary film in shaping public and corporate policies is a notable aspect of his story. Size and health issues. Tilikum was one of the largest orcas ever held in captivity, and his health issues, including a persistent bacterial lung infection, were significant factors in his life and death. The challenges of providing adequate care for such a large animal in a confined space raise important questions about the feasibility and ethics of keeping orcas in captivity.